Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Analysis, and today we're analyzing A Midsummer Afternoon, which I wrote. It's pretty detailed, and yeah, so today we're going to I'm a bit more excited to explain, to analyze than my last piece, because my last piece is obviously only 30 seconds long and it isn't really that good, to be honest. And yeah, so it just starts off in D flat major, and a really calm, and the theme is introduced at bar 3 with a rather cool chord accompaniment. Ignore my hand, I don't know. Now, this is a really special descent because I don't know why. If you see this G note there, I just show you that G note, and they have no accidentals there, but they fit perfectly well for some reason. And then modulation. I think I was modulating more than Shostakovich in this piece, and it's and then A flat major, and a turn for back 4. This piece is actually rather simple and basic because you can see most of the parts like move in unison, and for nice chords there is a bit of dissonance. This because this is my first piece under the influence of Stravinsky and other modernist composers, so I became more accepting. I just accepted the concept of dissonance and use it, and this time particularly well. And then it went to E flat major and quasi glissando, and yeah, a few nice chords. The reason I put that glissando up to C major, as you can see there, is because it's getting lower and lower, and I'm using too much flats to give, and it's supposed to be relaxing, not sad. As you see, it's getting more sadder, so I have to lift it back up. A really nice and by here we have modulated around at least 5 times, I guess. And settle on A flat major for the next few bars, and a sudden change. And a chord progression here, which I don't particularly like, to be honest, because it's just quite simple and chromatic, and It just chromatically went up and down, and nothing special about that. And then a descending chromatic before we hear the beginning theme return in the middle of the piece, like most conventional composers, and that's another of those crescendos. And it just keeps modulating. 4 really good chords to go with G major. And this time a melody in the bass inspired by a part called Mystic Circle of the Young Maidens from The Rite of Spring, which I really enjoyed and I just addicted to it. And some dissonance pattern, and this E7 for obvious reasons, and a climax. And that's not the, wait, let me remember, it's, I don't know what key that's in, but, wait, that's B flat major, and then a climax, and then, but we simmer down, oh, I forgot to, oh, never mind, and it actually goes all the way up to here, the decrescendo. Some interesting chords. And a small thing here with and that and that is inspired by the whole tone scale, and more of it later in the piece. This series of chords lead up to a sudden climax, and one of those is inspired by that famous chord from Rite of Spring. I'm just gonna put the camera down. This chord, recognize it. You got to recognize that. They're all ascending and all the way until it's so high, and the initial theme returns and pretty much dominates for the rest of the piece all the way until the end. It's called A Midsummer Afternoon, by the way. And as you can see right now, I just got to readjust the focus, and there is firstly a chromatic go run at a slow chromatic run, a chromatic walk maybe, but anyways, there's this reload. Can you see that bass clef with the 8 under it? That means bass clef with octave below, and it actually goes down to. And while this treble clef with the 15 on top asks us to go up to, and it goes to both the extreme registers of the piano, which I was taught to do, and excuse me, but I'm not professionally trained. That whole tone scale, another whole tone scale passage, and the last of the whole piece. Initial theme returns for one last time before this thing, and it ends back on D flat major, and you get a feeling of returning home when you just start and end on the home key of D flat major. I just did, and well, this piece I would classify it. It wouldn't really be that modernist because there isn't really that enough dissonance and not enough emphasis on rhythm, but I would classify it as more romantic style. So, and that's pretty much it. I've just done the piano grade 5 exam, by the way, and so I was a bit tired when making this video. And also, if you want more music stuff, don't forget to subscribe.